time was, with most of us, when Christmas Day, encircling all our limited world like a magic ring, left nothing out for us to miss or seek. Bound together all our home enjoyments, affections and hopes, grouped everything and everyone around the Christmas fire, and made the little picture shining in our bright young eyes complete. Time was when we were told that Christmas is a date in the almanac, in the church calendar, and in the registry of heaven. When we were told that a certain astonishing cannon was in the habit of being fired from the battlements of the Tower of London at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Christmas Day, and that the whole royal family were exactly to that second sitting down to dinner. Time was when we were never tired of hearing about the prodigious pudding that appeared at the royal table, when we sat upon a low stool at our mother's knee, with our eyes thoughtfully fixed on the fire as we listened to that pudding's history, how it was composed of treasures from all over the world. There was the spicy problem of where the raisins came from, and the candied orange peel, and the citron. There was the sticky mystery of how all these things got into the pudding, and how they smelled so deliciously when it was cut. We remember listening to the story of this amazing pudding and thinking it must be something out of a fairy tale. We had a sneaking idea that it was not a real pudding at all, but a sort of mythical dish, a sublime creation that was never meant to be eaten, and yet our own pudding, which was a reality, and which was to be eaten that very day, was, in our young eyes, second only to this royal creation. Yes, time was when our entire existence was bounded by the Christmas holidays, when we weren't yet old enough to be sent to school, and the holidays meant that our older brothers and sisters came home. We had a vague idea that they were carrying off a huge amount of scholastic knowledge, and we had a vast respect for them. They were like young giants who came home once a year to be worshipped. We remember the arrival of the trunk, the tearing open of which was a public ceremony. We remember the excitement of discovering what was inside. We remember our own delight with a new toy and how we paraded it before our less fortunate friends. These were the days of our youth, and Christmas was the sun of our little world. But as we grew older, the magic ring of Christmas began to expand. It no longer encircled only our own home, but took in the homes of our friends and neighbors. We began to see that Christmas was a time for sharing, for giving, and for thinking of others. We began to understand that the spirit of Christmas is not something that can be contained in a single day or in a single home. It is a spirit that belongs to the whole world, and it is a spirit that we can carry with us all year round. And now, as we grow even older, we find that the magic ring has expanded even further. It now includes not only our own little world, but the whole world. We see that Christmas is a time for peace on earth and goodwill to all people. It is a time to remember those who are less fortunate than ourselves and to do what we can to help them. It is a time to be grateful for the blessings we have and to share them with others. For Christmas is a time for hope, a time for renewal. It's a time to reflect on the past year and to look forward to the year to come with optimism and a fresh perspective. The child's associations with Christmas are all about wonder, joy, and the magic of receiving. But as we age, our perspective shifts. Christmas becomes more about giving, about creating those magical moments for others. We find a different kind of joy, a deeper satisfaction in seeing the happiness on the faces of our loved ones. It's in the quiet moments of reflection, the shared laughter around a dinner table, the rekindling of old friendships, and the making of new memories. The Christmas fire, once the center of a small, complete picture, now warms a much larger room filled with faces from every stage of our lives. But the magic of Christmas doesn't fade as we grow older. It transforms, it becomes richer, more meaningful, and more profound. It's no longer just a day in the calendar, but a feeling in our heart, a feeling of love, of connection, and of enduring hope that shines ever brighter with each passing year.